Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought we would do something a little different. I was thinking over the last few days of what we can do, a different style, and what I came up with was, and I don't know if I've seen this done before, but taking a blending block and injecting not just a single color, but taking another type of blending block or even like a dual laminate block and placing it into one of the ports. So what I got here is the C block from Angling AI. And what I'll do is probably put that onto one side, inject a dual color while then doing a single color. I would probably do this silver shiner color and like a PB&J, maybe all sorts of different colors. But overall, when I was trying this out, it was very difficult. It came out to an epic failure at one point. However, I'll show what the baits turned out to look like even with the failure, and I think we might be onto something a little new and a little crazy and a little wild. So let's get this video started. As usual, we got the dead on plastic. This is going to be the swim bait jerk bait blend, and this will be the sinking blend. For our belly color, I was thinking silver shiner, and as you can see, I kind of overpoured it there at the beginning, so we'll just call that about 10 drops. I was shooting for about 20 or so, so we're gonna give this a shot, see what it looks like, and then mix it up. And after doing about 20-25 drops, I figured let's add another 10 more. So for this color recipe and what we were able to pull from the silver shiner by LureWorks is 30 drops got me like a transparent but nice silvery body that you'll see later on. So because this is a pigment color as well, it does come out a little bit, I would say, thinner in your plastic as compared to maybe trying to complete this with a pearl or mica powder. So just keep that in mind. It's really nice. For our second color, this is going to be Champagne Pepper 262. I have not used this color before, and so it would be new. And when I was using it, this could be one of my potential favorites going forward. So I'll definitely have to look into picking up some more in the future. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is about another 25 drops. However, because I want to do a laminate kind of blending with a purple and brown, kind of like a PB&J or your peanut butter and grape jelly type of color, I'm gonna go really heavy with the brown, and that's because I really want them to fight and not bleed into each other, so that way there would be a really good distinction. If this laminate came out really well, that you would see separation between the silver shiner, you would see the separation for the champagne pepper and the electric grape that we use. So I went really heavy with the brown. A total of about 50 drops was sufficient enough. So keep that in mind if you want to try to make the same color, or even if you want to do like your own PB&J with the champagne pepper, about 50 drops will get you a nice solid brown. For our next color, this is going to be electric grape from Dead on Plastix. I do about 25 drops, see where we're at, and then I add another 25 right after, because this electric grape is very transparent, so you're gonna need to go really heavy with the purple. You can also go and add some black to it, but I was trying to avoid that just so we can have a brighter purple compared to the champagne pepper that we'll blend it to. And overall, the color came out pretty satisfying. So you can see this 25 drops, very thin. As I pull out the stir knife, you can see it's very thin. It almost looks like it's still transparent and there's no purple. So this is where you have to make that decision to either keep it very transparent or add more, and in this case I do. I go another 25. Now even after the 25, I still felt like that was a little too light for me, so I add in another 10, and that would give me a total of 60 drops. So again, if you want to try to make this yourself, 60 drops with electric grape, I feel like is on the money with this. Here you can see is a quick side-by-side of that champagne pepper and the electric grape. Should be a really nice combo. Again, I'll be using these in the C block for the first mold. So my initial thought was like, let's go with this hog salad 3.8 inch ghillie mold, right? It has a nice open flat body on both sides. We can really get an idea to it of what it will look like if we can pull this off. Now, however, I got scared, chickened out, and was like, you know what, let me go with something easier let's go with these jerk baits. I can hit them side by side instead of doing the single port. And maybe that's where I messed up, and I should have kept with the hog salad, because it becomes a huge disaster, as you'll see in a minute. But we have our 3 colors warmed up, and we're going to try to do this now. To do a double injection and a single injection at the same time with one hand, or actually 2 hands, but 1 hand on each injector, was super difficult. But then you also have to then move and lift the whole double laminate plus the injectors over to the next one. So this is where I'll probably need some help on the next go around when I make my next video, because I definitely want to try this out again and show y'all what the results could be, because I think this could be something different. And keep in mind, you can use maybe 2 double laminate injectors. You can maybe even try to use a triple injection. Not sure if that will work, but we're looking at possibly maybe 5 different colors on one bait. Again, all just me thinking, so we'll see how that goes. But as you can see, I pulled up the silver shiner color for our single belly side, and then here I am doing the dual color injection, and as you can see, already struggling. Couldn't find a place to put the single injector, making a mess with the dual color. And as you can see, the molds are moving. It kind of gives you an idea of what could possibly go wrong. And maybe if I think about holding these down a little bit better, I don't know. But we go ahead and we press our 3 colors in at the same time. Well, at least try to do the same time, so that way we keep a nice even laminate all the way across. And as I go and pull the next one to come up and go to the next mold, you can see complete failure as I tilt it all over. And yeah, good thing I was wearing gloves and no plastic got spilled on me, which is good. But you can see, giant mess. So lesson learned. Going to try to get some help for the next video on this one. And well, here's the results of that failure. So you can see they turned out, they're able to inject, so not a problem there. You can kind of see that it almost does a laminate of a triple laminate. And so I feel like on this go around, maybe I had the silver shiner body a little bit too warm, or maybe I injected that one first. As you can see, it's more of that silver all the way around through the top rather than kind of that half and half. And that's where I'll work on my timing, and maybe even shoot it a little bit colder. Try that out. And you can see this one has that brownish purple, but here you can see there's like a mixture of the brown and the purple due to that C block doing that like swirl blend to it that I was looking for. Again, if you do a triple injection laminate, this is going to have like your top, your bottom, your top, your middle, and your bottom color. So it's kind of a different workaround. I was just trying to see what would happen, and I think this still came out pretty good regardless of the drop of all that plastic. But this one you can see more brown, not much purple into it from that peanut butter jelly side, but you can see there's a little bit of that purple hits one side, a little bit more on the nose, and then this one was just more of like a full solid like silver shiner color of the body all the way wrapped around and encapsulated, almost looked like that peanut butter grape color. So really awesome, really different style. I'm gonna try this again with more hands and see if we can do a little bit better job. But for the meantime, I thought these were pretty solid to possibly use and throw. Really good color for even like a shad type thing. So here they are all together. This was just that one injection. I didn't even want to bother trying to do it again solo, just because I didn't want to have the same mistake as last time. But you can see the side profiles give out a nice cool color. And again, yeah, they probably get away with a triple laminate injector, but I'm gonna really see if I can get something to happen, or even a nice comparison with the swirl. And this is them in the light. So even with that transparency, as you can see, that silver doesn't really show up here, but then as it goes away from the light, you can see that it really pops out. So what's another video without using the C block? And this time we're actually going to go ahead and use the ghillie mold. So this is the 3.8 inch ghillie by Hog Salad, and we're just going to use the C block and do some peanut butter and jelly, just so you can see that swirl effect on this color. Again, this came out really cool, so I was really excited just to see the results on the PB&J. And let me know if you guys have a different recipe, or do you guys use a different color? What are your thoughts on this one, on how it turned out, and if I should do anything different? Do you want me to add some flake? I can add some flake next time, but I think from just a plain simple PB&J, this is a nice color to start with. So if you need it, here you go. This mold has the single cavities per injection, so that's why I was kind of nervous doing that triple 3 injector laminate with this one, just because I thought, okay, I'll have to pick it up, drop it down, pick it up, drop it down. So overall, you can see these came out really good. And the C block in action, of course, giving you that swirl effect. So you see the brown purple kind of mix and match all the different variations. You can see like a small stripe of brown and purple. You can see a large purple and brown, but it's all over. It's not really a half and half laminate that you're used to, which is something different. Looks nice. And I think it also came out really good with the PB&J color. I was also thinking of maybe even like a bruised banana at one point. So maybe in the future we can do a bruised banana color, and maybe even do another video like this where we try to do a triple or even like a 4 injection if I can use a double injector. So I'll have to try to get creative with it, but overall these look really great. You can see as the ghillie molds are awesome from Hog Salad. So if you do decide to pick one up, I highly recommend it. These are really awesome. The baits look really good in the water. And overall, I appreciate you guys watching, man. Thanks again as always for tuning in and for commenting and help and giving me some tips. And I'll be back with another video and another update for the next thing we can do. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you're out there catching giant fish, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.